one of the things that is most important about setting up your sleep hub is getting your sounds right, because it actually comes out of the factory on a very quiet setting, and probably that isn't relevant for all people. So if we go back into the settings here and then we go onto our volume control, you can see that we have a number of different volumes on there. So our soundscape is the sounds that we're playing, if you like, to almost mask the sleep sound. And it's very important that whatever sound you get the sleep sound at, you make that soundscape slightly lower. We would recommend 3 or 4 points below. And really, your sleep sound, it just needs to be on the cusp of your hearing. So if you are kept awake because it's so loud, it's too loud. But if you can just hear it, then that will be right. And there is no right or wrong on this. It's got to be what works for you. So we talk a lot about taking time for this to work. Part of that is because you need to get this right. So don't be put off on if on day one it doesn't work for you. Actually, when we did it, it took us about 7 days to get just the right sound that we needed. So these are all adjustable. And as I said before, if you need to and you don't want the alarm, just take it down to 0 and you won't be woken up by the alarm at all. We also have a brightness setting, and that will allow you, if you need in the night to tap it to change anything, that will define how bright it is from there. So on the far side of the screen, we have our balance control. So if you're sharing a bed with somebody, as we've talked about, it just needs to be on that cusp of your hearing, quiet. So it may be that you need it slightly louder and the other person needs it slightly quieter. The balance will allow you to get that right. And it is a bit of trial and error, but just getting that is so worthwhile. And it doesn't matter if one speaker is louder than the other. It will still work for both of you as long as you have that stereo field. So do take the time to try and work out the balance as well. So on the main screen here, you'll also see that there's a master volume. And I know we've talked about going in and setting those individually. This volume will actually change both the sleep sound and the soundscape. So if you've got it set right, you don't really need to touch this. But if over your night's sleep, you want to try different settings, but you don't want to go in and change both of them, then you can use this master switch here. And the thing we need to reiterate is it just needs to be quiet. It does not need to be blaring out. If it's in the background and you can just hear it, then you've probably got it right and it's going to have the maximum impact for you.